Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. The purpose of making this video is to review a book named The Passionate Programmer by Fowler. This book is divided to several parts and each part divided to many amazing tips. So I want to review this book according to its table of content. Let's start. Before the table of content, there is a paragraph about what readers are saying about the passionate programmer, means opinion of the reader about this book. There are three people who are written about this book and recommended this book to those who wants to learn how to respect and love their profession and to be great at it. For those who want to know what they can do today and tomorrow and for the rest of their career, and for those who wants to find the roadmap for achieving their goals. As a reader of this book, without any hesitation, I do recommend for you guys to read this book once in order to make a remarkable career for yourself. Like any book, this book has forward, acknowledgement, and introduction. It may seem crazy if I say that I learned many things just from these three parts. But I did. And even these three parts inspired me to have an idea of developing an application by the name of Creative Encoders in my mind. And after reading just these three parts, I said to myself, oh, Alina, go ahead and change your vision towards your career. This book divided to 5 parts and each part divided to several tips. I really wanted to describe each part with its tips one by one with detail, but it will take more time. So I want to describe what I got from each part and the parts which was more absorptive for me, though it is really hard to make a choice among all these golden ideas. Just by reading the title of each tips, you can learn many things. The title itself convey amazing messages. From part 1, I learned many things. I learned how to choose my market. I learned that there are many options available for me to invest my money on it. But it is up to me in which business domain I'm gonna invest my money on. I learned that if I accept low risk, obviously the outcome will be with low reward. And if I accept the high risk, so the outcome will be with high reward or either low reward. It's up to me that I want the high reward or low reward. And also I learned that when demand increased, the price will decrease. And it is the business that pays my salary. Then I have to know about the business. Just coding is not enough. And I learned that I learned to be the worst guy in every band I am in. Means playing with people who are better than me. Because the people around me affect my own performance, and so I have to choose my crowd wisely. Then I have to try to have fun in my job too. If I'm not having fun, I'm not going to be excellent. And I must be generally made myself useful. It's about how generally I can make myself useful, because generalists are rare and therefore precious. The way to become a generalist is to not label yourself with a specific role or technology, because labeling is not good. It's not worthy because it will, if you label yourself to a specific role or a specific technology, it will not let you to be a generalist. So I learned that there are too many of us seem to like believe that specializing in something simply means not knowing about other things. We have to not believe like that, because from this book I learned that I have to not use the term specialist as an excuse for knowing only one thing. I learned from this book that teaching is one of the best way to learn. Don't trust more. Don't put all your effort on one thing that it may not worth it that much. I learned from this book that from first part that I have to be passionate about my work if I want to be great at my work. Passion will change everything. I want to start the part 2 by what Leo Tezo, hopefully I just pronounce his name correctly. So he said that give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. What does it mean? That, for example, as a programmer, if I stuck in a code, if I just faced a problem in coding, I must not go to someone that, can you please correct it for me? To ask him to correct that for me, or to ask him to do that for me. I have to not do that. I have to go to someone and ask him to teach me how to correct that. Ask him to teach me to correct that. It's the God way. Don't wait to be told. Ask. Don't ask to be taught. Go learn. And also, I learned that I cannot creatively help a business until I know how it works. I must know about the business, how it works, in order to be helpful. And remember that it is okay to depend on someone, but until you have to just make sure it is the right person. Because without the role model, there is no incentive to get better. In order to get better, you have to choose a role model for yourself, but you must make sure that the chosen role model is the right person. And I learned that if I want to really learn something, I have to try teaching it in order to find out whether I really know that or not. And also from part 3, I learned many things too. I learned that if I want to feel I want a process, I must help implement it. And without knowing a specific methodology, I cannot implement it to own a process. For example, if I want to develop an application, I must follow a methodology in order to implement it to own a process. And this part, in part 3, Sir Isaac Newton said, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants. A smart guys like Isaac, know that there is much to be learned from those who come before us. I learned from this book that I have to be like Isaac. I have to learn from those who came before me. By the help of this book, now I know about the productivity formula. And I know that if I treat my project like a race, I will get to the end a lot faster than if I treat them like a prison cell. I have to create movement, be the one who push, and I have to do not get comfortable. And I have to always ask myself that, what can I do right now? The mind reading trick, if done well, it leads to people depending on you. It means that if you are good in mind reading, so it will help you to make the people depend on you. And simply setting a goal and tracking this type of accomplishment and radically change your behavior, then you can evaluate and prioritize your activities based on business value. And also, you have to know that I have to know that the place where I am working on it, it is success, is my success. And also I learned from this book that how to make my job fun and do it better than yesterday. And I must know that how much I'm worthy, how much my presence in this work matter, how much I can bring changes in this work, positive changes in my career in this work, how I can make a remarkable career for myself. Every wrong note is but one step away from a right one. I learned from this book to not try to hide the issue. I have to raise it, take the blame, offer the solution, and ask for help. Because it will make my career remarkable. It will make me to solve my problem and learn new things. This book learned me how to say no. Because saying yes to avoid disappointment is just lying. I don't know is also a great thing to say when it is appropriate. I don't have to push myself in a hard situation by saying always yes. It's not worthy. It's not that much worthy to say lie in order to avoid disappointment and say yes. Be hero and never panic. If I say it, I must do it, and I have to show it the result. It was all about the part 3, and the part 4, the most interesting part. So I learned that how to learn from everyone, bring changes in the work by working on my career, how to let my voice be heard, and how to not be silent and express my idea, how to build my brand and make sure that actually I'm making my brand and people recognize it and respect it, because my brand is my name. I might be the smartest, I might be the fastest, but just being isn't enough. You have to be doing. It means that I have to be doing. I might be, or you might be the smartest, or the fastest, but you or I have to be doing. I learned from this part, the part 4, that I have to be the best. I have to do the best, but I have to do the things that people can't even talk about, can't even think about. Just being the best is not enough. So, from part 5, I learned that focus on doing, not on being done. I must focus on doing, not just to be done. I learned that how to make myself a map because it's important. My personal product roadmap is what I used to tell whether I have moved or not. This roadmap is really important. This personal product roadmap will tell me that I have moved or not. I'm at the same place or I have moved forward to achieve my goals, to fulfill my dreams, to make a remarkable career for myself. And I learned that I have to watch the market and invest my money accordingly in order to avoid ignorance, because ignorance is something like you cannot make of it. You cannot make that again happen. Be better than yesterday. It's really important. It's really important. It will make you to one step further to reach to your goals. Try to not be dependent, because it will kill you. It will make you feel weak. Make everything fun for yourself, because it makes you creative and excellent. This is the part 5, the last part. So at the end, I would like to thank my instructor, Mr. Jamshed Hashmi, for giving this book as a task for us to for me to read this. This book is really amazing book, really a book that I just learn how to make a remarkable career for myself. I just as before I said that I just have something in my mind to develop an application by the name of Creative Encoders, inspired by this book, by only reading just first 3 parts, the acknowledgement, forward and introduction parts. And also I learned many things, and also by the reading of this book I just my whole path for the goals changed. I just right now I feel like I'm in the right path.